Hello, everybody. My name is Curt Beavers, and I want to welcome you to our Teamzy training call tonight. And I'm not going to give a lot of introduction. You all got to hear Eric, the founder and CEO of Teamzy, join us, I guess, right before the holidays, and just share with you what Teamzy was and how it's working and what it's doing. And again, I'll just reemphasize, there's not a better time of year than to decide you're going to be more productive next year. Find the right tools, grab a hold of them, and take the next 6 weeks and really get ready to make 2019 the best year ever. And Eric's become somebody, we just got to chit chat and talked about parenting and houses and moves and just life, because I really believe this business that we're in works better when you're doing life on life with people. It's not just contracts and numbers and you hire people and fire people. It really is about doing life together. So I'm excited about Eric teaching you guys some amazing things and using this tool tonight. And I'm going to be taking notes too. So Eric, I'm going to turn it over to you. And I think you're going to share your screen and do a little training. Yep.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for the introduction. I'm very excited to be with you all tonight. I am really enjoying how aligned we are philosophically from what I've learned of your team so far, Curt. So I'm excited to be here with you guys and also some of the leaders on your team that I've already done some trainings for. My name is Eric Johnson, creator and CEO of Teamzy. What I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to take you guys through a training. I'm going to teach you my system. I'm going to teach you my system, soup to nuts, that Teamzy is built on. Then I'll take you into Teamzy and show you how Teamzy does everything that I'm teaching you tonight automatically for you. And then at the end, we'll do Q&A. Okay, so get your pens and paper out. You're going to want to take notes. Let me go ahead and share my presentation with you. So here's my goal for this evening. I'm going to teach you my system to consistently create new customers and recruits without getting rejected. Okay, I know a lot of you guys, that's one of your fears. We're going to do it without getting rejected. You're going to feel like you have everything organized and under control, and you'll have more time because you'll know exactly what to do each day. Okay, you're going to feel great knowing your business is making reliable income, and you'll never have to worry about where your leads are coming from. Also, you'll feel more confident having conversations because you're not approaching people in a salesy way, okay? Okay, so who is this training for? It's for network marketers and direct sellers. Anyone selling any type of product directly to people. People that are just starting out, my seasoned vets, team leaders, busy moms, working professionals. For you, basically. This training is for everyone. And what I'm going to teach you tonight, the philosophy and the principles are universal. They work no matter where you are in your business, no matter where you are in your life. Okay, so in the next 45 minutes, here's what you're going to learn. How to generate new customers and recruits like clockwork, even if you don't know very many people or are just getting started out in the direct selling business. How to effectively build relationships, okay? Starting conversations, engaging your prospects, and transitioning to a sale without damaging your friendships. And I'm going to teach also 2 little-known Facebook message tricks to follow up and convert. Know when to send them, exactly what to say without being annoying. Okay, very few people in this business know these things. And then I'm going to give you my 3-step system that I use to do all my income producing activities in less than 1 hour a day. Okay, now here's the great thing about this business. And we built Teamzy for this. I'll show you how this goes. You should be able to build this business in less than an hour a day. I know you're busy. If you're busy like me, Curt said he could hear him. I mean, I've got 4 kids running around on the other side of that door right behind me. You may hear them, and you probably have some too. You need to be able to leverage your time efficiently to do this business. And I'm going to teach you how to grow your downline fast, help them succeed, and to become the team they want to join. Okay? All right. So before I teach you how to grow your business, first you need to know about relationship marketing. And if you've seen any of my trainings or heard about them, you know I'm all about relationship marketing. But before we get into it, I want to give you a couple important reminders. One, for relationship marketing to work for you, you must have a heart to help others. Okay? So just do a little checkup from the neck up. Do you have a heart to help others? If so, you're in the right place. If you don't, and you just really want to make a big income and go for it, that's fine. But you may not, what I'm going to teach you tonight may not resonate with you. Also, I highly suggest that you turn off your phone because we have a lot to cover, okay? And unless you're watching this on your phone, in which case don't turn it off, and take notes, because what you'll learn today, I want you to be able to apply tomorrow, okay? So a little bit about me as we dive in. What I do is I help busy network marketers build their businesses. Okay, I've been a professional business coach for 16 years, helping people build businesses based on relationships. I'm the founder of Teamzy. It's a top CRM with over 70,000 network marketing users. About to be very many more than that now that we have partnered with Juice Plus. So very excited to be working with you guys. And for those of you who don't know this, we've actually recently partnered with Juice Plus. So real excited for that. I've trained over 100,000 direct sellers from top companies like Rodan & Fields, Beachbody, Juice Plus, Plexus, Lavelle, Unique, many more, okay? My story is I had a corporate job doing great, making, above 6 figures, enjoying my work as a business coach, as I was telling you. And I started network marketing as a little bit of a side hustle. How many of you guys understand that? Now, when I looked at the business opportunity, as somebody who helps other people build businesses, I knew what I needed. So I started looking for a way that I could do this business on the side in 1 hour a day, okay? I needed a way to stay in contact with all my relationships without having to do any planning or thinking because I only had an hour. I couldn't spend all that time planning. I needed to be connecting, right? And I needed a way that I could follow up seamlessly on interest so that nobody ever fell through the cracks. Well, long story short, nothing like that existed. That's why I built Teamzy. We'll show you that in a little bit. So what I'm about to teach you took me over 16 years to learn. And it was refined through trial and error with thousands of coaching clients, okay? Given the time, I'm sure you could probably figure all this out too, but instead, I'm just gonna make it easy for you and just give you my foolproof system. Okay, so hang in there. Here's a little bit of a warning though. A little bit of a warning. What I'll show you goes against what is most commonly taught in direct sales. Okay, what I'll show you goes against what is most commonly taught in direct sales. It will most likely contradict what you've heard from some of your upline leaders. And that's okay. Because that little feeling that you have, some of you, in your gut, where you feel uncomfortable doing some of the things you've been asked to do, that little feeling there, it's probably right. And I'm going to show you a different way to do it. You may even hear somebody tell you, don't reinvent the wheel, okay? But I want you guys to be grateful. We just came off Thanksgiving here in the United States, for those of you here in the lower 48, and then, out on the skirts too. But gratitude. Man, am I grateful we've reinvented the wheel. Aren't you grateful we've reinvented the wheel many times? Here we are on technology talking tonight because somebody reinvented the wheel. So don't give into that. Okay, to start us off with a quote. All things being equal, people will do business with a friend. All things being unequal, people will still do business with a friend. This is why building relationships is at the center of a successful business, right? Okay, so here are the 6 components of relationship marketing. I'm going to bang these out quickly, and then I will teach on each one, okay? So you guys are getting the whole system tonight. 1, trust is everything. Trust is everything. 2, get your lists organized and prioritized. Number 2 is get your lists organized and prioritized. Number 3, start conversations daily. Start conversations daily. Number 4, invite appropriately. Okay, again, invite appropriately. Number 5, follow up like a pro. Okay, number 5 is follow up like a pro. And number 6, create introductions. Okay, create introductions, also known as get referrals. Okay, but it's a little different than getting referrals because we're creating introductions. First thing you need to know about relationship marketing, you don't need to be salesy. Okay, and if you're anything like me, the word salesy, which I don't even know if it's a real word, but it has an emotion to it, doesn't it? And a lot of us are worried about coming across that way. You don't need to be salesy to be successful. I mean, wildly successful in this business. So what is relationship marketing? What is it? Just before we dive into those 6 components, like what is it? First and foremost, you need to understand that relationship marketing is a lead generation system. It's a lead generation system. That's a system that initiates consumer interest or inquiry into the products or services of a business. In this business, there are lots of lead generation systems. You have to decide which one works for you based on who you are, based on your principles, based on how you like to do your business, where your comfort is, right? Relationship marketing is one approach. I happen to think it's the most efficient. That's what I'm going to teach you tonight. Okay. First thing about relationship marketing to understand is this: relationships are your duty. Relationships are your duty. The main difference between relationship marketing and the traditional approach in this business is this underlying philosophy that developing and deepening relationships is the paramount duty of a business. Business school will teach you that the paramount duty of a business is to create profit. And I'm here to tell you, as a business owner, your duty is to develop relationships, okay? Now, here's a couple stats that are pretty cool. People are 4 times more likely to buy when referred by a friend. How about that? 4 times more likely. Okay, in relationship marketing, we seek to serve first. We seek to serve first. See, in relationship marketing, we serve and bring value first. And by investing in relationships, people are much more likely to do business with us and to recommend their friends and family. Okay, so we seek to serve first. Instead of seeking to get something, get a sale or get a recruit, we seek to find a way to help other people first. Okay, it's just a difference in motivation. Is your motivation to help others, or is your motivation your own financial gain? What is your motivation, right? Now, obviously, financial gain is not a bad thing. It's a great thing, and I want all of you to be incredibly successful. But what is your primary motivation? When you come into a relationship or a conversation, people can tell where you're coming from, okay? Relationship marketing is not simply selling products to relationships. A lot of people, that's what they think it is. That's just selling stuff to my friends, right? That's backwards. That's got it backwards. We build relationships first and serve your customers in such a way they become walking, talking billboards for your business. How many of you have heard from somebody on the team about Teamzy, for example? Right? And that's because we're working on just that, serving them in such a way they become walking, talking billboards for the business. Okay. And then by investing time and providing excellent service, you turn prospects into advocates. You turn prospects into advocates. An advocate is worth more than a customer, guys. An advocate is somebody who, when they think of the problem you solve, they think of you. And they tell other people about you. Tonight, I'm going to teach you how to do that. Okay. Referrals are more influential than we think. 82% of Americans say they seek recommendations from friends and families when considering a purchase. I'm going to talk to you tonight about how to leverage the customers and people on your team that you've already built trust with to get introduced to others, because they are already recommending you to people. 82% are looking to friends and family for recommendations before making a purchasing decision. We don't want you to run over your relationships. Don't run over your relationships. The traditional old school approach is to blast your relationships with cold messages and invites, hoping to take advantage of that existing relationship to get a sale. You guys know what I'm talking about. I bet you most of you have been asked to do that at some point in your business, to just send an invite script to everybody you know and hope you catch a few. And what happens? You find some people want to cross the street when they see you coming, right? This destroys trust. It damages relationships, and it leaves you feeling icky, right? The icky salesperson feeling. You don't need to run over your relationships to be successful. See, the whole go for no philosophy that has just infected our industry like a virus, to me, I feel like it's the root of all problems with our industry. I feel like people, when you come across people and they're skeptical and they're guarded and they're really sometimes even just ugly about this business, it comes from the fact they've been approached this way, the go for no way. This cold messaging, like, hey, I'm just going to blast everybody I know with my opportunity, regardless of whether or not they're interested, and see if I can find a few people. It's completely self-centered. It's all about you. It's all about what you need. It's all about getting a sale or getting a recruit or hitting the number or getting the next promotion. It also damages your personal relationships because it lets people know that what you need is more important than your relationship with them. And it drains your energy. Am I right? How many of you have done this? It's draining. And it gives this industry a bad reputation. It makes this industry have the reputation that we are users and abusers, not helpers and transformers. I don't know about you guys, but I want us to be seen as helpers and transformers, don't you? Versus the relationship marketing approach where we build relationships and we get introduced to people, we get to save time because we're really focusing on people who will give us the business. It's enjoyable. It's so enjoyable and fun. There's no icky feelings. There's no rejections. And then we focus on repeat business and long-term relationships. So we're not always rebuilding our business every single year. It builds itself. It also comes across as genuine and caring. Okay. Another principle here is that when you create advocates, you do generate referrals. And that's what I'm going to teach you guys. I'll teach you guys a little bit about this in part 5. But as you invest in relationships, they are more likely to refer friends and family to you. Okay. The people that they refer to you already trust you because their friend does. Okay. All right. 85% of new business comes from customer word of mouth. Most network marketers are focused on that other 15%. Things like the latest Instagram craze or the latest whatever tool or ManyChat or all these different things that people are excited about, all the shiny new objects, when 85% of the business comes from word of mouth. What does that mean? It means from relationships. Okay. Who would you rather work with? A cold lead, somebody that's a low quality lead, they're skeptical and they don't trust you. You waste a lot of time on leads that go nowhere. Or a referred lead. Somebody that trusts you already, they're easier to close, they're way more loyal, they're more likely to refer you again, and it's more fun, right? I'm going to show you guys how much more fun and easy it is to do the relationship marketing approach to this business. So let's jump in here. Enough introduction. Let's get into these 6 components. Number 1, trust is everything. Trust is everything. In other words, if you're a jerk, this ain't going to work for you. Okay, if you're a jerk, this ain't going to work for you. Trust is everything. It's all about trustworthiness, building trust. Okay, relationship marketing depends on trust. Everything that you do in your business has to be of the utmost integrity. Everything that you post on social media has to be truthful and honest. This is so important, okay? And if you ever hear somebody teaching you a technique that seems disingenuous to you or feels misleading to you, you really need to look at that and say, is this going to build trust or damage it? If you want to work by relationship, you cannot afford to damage trust with some new sneaky technique. Just be out there and help people. Be honest, okay? I'm going to explain that as we go. But the fun thing is that trust makes the work fun. Trust makes the work fun. You don't have to convince people. When they trust you, even just a little tiny bit, you can get right to helping them. Right? You don't have to sell them. Trust takes the ickiness out of the sales process. There's no icky salesperson with people that trust you, right? And you get to go for yes. Instead of going for no's, you're going for yeses. You know, in the traditional approach, you might message 20 people, right? And 2 people say, yes, I'm interested. 18 people are now alienated. In this approach, which I'm going to teach you tonight, you message 20 people. 2 people are interested. 18 people think you're cool. And over time, you're building that relationship. Over time, you're investing in them and you're getting them to a yes over time. Okay, so how do you build trust? There's 4 essential ingredients to building trust. Okay, chemistry, character, competence, and consistency. All right, you guys get those? The 4 components, the 4 ingredients for trust: chemistry, character, competence, and consistency. I'll go through them real quick. Chemistry is where you have common ground with someone. What is it about you they can relate to? Okay. Remember in the very beginning, we talked about how most people would rather do business with a friend. It's so much, people would rather do business with a friend. You have to find where you have common ground with people. Now, the flip side of that is this: it's very hard to do business with someone you don't like. True? A mentor of mine used to say, you can't have a good deal with a bad guy, right? Or gal, you get the idea. Chemistry, find where you have common ground with someone. We just finished an election cycle. It was painful, right? I mean, everywhere. And people get so caught up in how they're different. As business owners, you don't have that luxury. Figure out what you have in common with people. Help everyone. Okay, number 2, character. Character is when you demonstrate how much you care and that you're relatable. Character is when you demonstrate how much you care and that you're relatable. Please notice something about the definition of character. It's not something you have. It's something you do. Okay, character is not something you have. It's something you do. And a lot of times we feel like character is just something intrinsic. We get all twisted up if somebody questions our integrity. Myself included. I'm not above that. But I have to remind myself that people don't know my integrity. How would they know it if I'm not demonstrating it? And the way you demonstrate it is by showing that you care and showing that you're a relatable, normal human being. Okay, that's how you demonstrate your character. Everything you do, everything you say, everything you post on social media, the way you handle your customers, the way you serve them, the way you handle an issue when it comes up, the way you handle a problem when corporate screws up an order on somebody shows your character. Everything you do needs to be demonstrating your care. Make sense? Number 3, competence. Competence is when you demonstrate you're good at what you do and you're a business person. Competence is when you demonstrate you're good at what you do and you're a business person. There's 2 pieces to this. The first one is, do you know enough about these products to actually help me? Okay. Are you competent? Can you recommend the products that I need to help me? Number 2, do I trust you to mentor me in this business? Are you a business person I can follow? Now, for those of you who are newer, or maybe you haven't built a large team yet, and you're still working on your competence, maybe you haven't developed it to the level that somebody like Curt, who's very competent, right? A lot of times you'll hear somebody tell you, just fake it till you make it. Don't worry about not being new, not knowing it. Just fake it till you make it. Just get the swagger out there, you know? And I come from the real estate industry, which is all about that, where people they don't have money to put food in front of their kids, but they'll go lease a Mercedes-Benz to look like they're successful. Here's what I recommend for you. Do not fake it. Remember 2 minutes ago, I said, everything has to be about trust. Don't fake anything. Don't ever do anything disingenuous. If you're new, tell people, I'm brand new. I don't know a thing. But I'm one text message away from any answer, because the best people in this industry are my mentors. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to build this business yet, but I'm being trained by the best. Come on board with me and we'll plug into that training together. Here's what I want you to do if you're new. Lean into the competence of your team. Don't fake your competence. Lean into your upline's competence until you develop yourself. Leaders, encourage new people to lean into you. Not to pretend, but to lean into your competence. Okay, number 4. Oh, wait, here's one principle. The last 3 points. The principle behind it is this. When someone's going to do business with you, they only care about 3 things. Can I trust you? Do you care about me? And are you good at what you do? Can I trust you? Do you care about me? And are you good at what you do? If you come across objections in your business, people are objecting for whatever reason, price, ingredients, timing, whatever. All objections come from these 3 questions. Now, these are heart questions. They're not out loud questions. They're like emotions that people feel. And the cool thing about this is these questions are answered over time as you build a relationship with somebody. So yes, overcome objections. Learn to be a pro to overcome those objections. Help people through that. An objection is just an opportunity to get closer to your sale. But understand you need to continue building and deepening that relationship so that they'll go away forever. Number 4, consistency. Consistency. Being consistent is the most effective way to build trust. Okay, being consistent is the most effective way to build trust. Parents, raise your hands. Is this true? Yeah. And if you're ever inconsistent, don't your kids hold you to it forever? Yes, they do. All people are like that. They want to see consistency. I love this principle, by the way. People respect consistency and desire it for themselves. People respect consistency and desire it for themselves. Have you ever been told by somebody that you are inspiring? And it kind of takes you back, right? Like, I'm inspiring. But see, when they see you doing things consistently, like changing your lifestyle and your nutrition for the better, being consistent about it, they see you sharing your story on social media consistently, it's amazing to them because people respect consistency and desire it for themselves. You want to build trust with people, you got to be consistent, right? You want to build trust with people from a business owner standpoint, you need to connect consistently and consistently work on the relationship. I'm going to teach you that in a minute. So think about this. Some of you guys are really good about being consistent about using your products. Your products are the product for sure. Changed your life, right? Some of you are great about sharing on social media on a regular basis. You're consistent, okay? But are you in touch with your relationships consistently? This is the checkup from the neck up, as Zig Ziglar would say. Are you consistently in touch with all of your relationships? See, here's the principle. People won't believe you until they see you. You can go on social media all day long and share your story and tell people, oh my gosh, it's amazing. This journey I'm on, it's great. Come join me. And a lot of people are watching. In fact, all of your, let's say use Facebook as an example. Your Facebook friends are watching you. And they think it's great. They probably are encouraging, at least in their own minds. The vast majority aren't commenting or liking or anything, right? but they're still watching. They're watching you like you're a TV show. They're disconnected from you. And when you say, come join my journey, come join my team, they don't believe you, mean them. Why would they? If they haven't heard from you personally since high school, why would they believe you're talking to them? You're just another TV show they're using for entertainment. Does this make sense? You need to be in contact with people. Relationship building is a contact sport, okay? You have to be in regular contact with people. I'm going to show you, by the way, tonight, how you can be in contact with everybody you know on a regular basis, even with the scarce time that you have. Not only can you do that, but you must do it. Okay. Another principle, but you guys are like, when are you going to show me Teamzy? Here's the cool thing. Teamzy automatically does everything I'm showing you. First, I got to teach you what it does, and then I'm going to show you how easy it is to use, okay? Principle, investing time and connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships. Investing time and connecting with people is the only way to deepen relationships. Just a real quick example on this. How many of you have ever received a great card from somebody you care about? You know, like the kind of card where mostly it's handwritten, the message inside. And you read that message and it makes an impact on you emotionally, right? Some of you are big babies like me and you get all verklempt and teary-eyed. I mean, I love getting a card from somebody I care about. It really impacts you. Now, when you get a card like that, how many of you, after you've read it and you've had the emotional impact, just, you know, crumble it up and throw it away and say, that was nice, and move on with your day? Not many. Not many people can throw away a great card. In fact, most people keep them forever. Not only that, when people pass away, their family keeps them even longer. They're treasured more than anything else. Why do you think it's treasured so much? At the same time, you'll get sometimes a postcard from the dentist that says happy birthday, or I get them from my insurance guy. When you get those are nice, right? Do you keep those forever? Or do those go right in the trash? They go right in the trash, right? What is the difference? Why is a handwritten card or letter treasured multi-generationally and kept forever? The difference is the investment of time. See, when somebody invested the time in you to write you that message, it's invaluable. Why? Because we don't have time. And we very rarely invest it in others. We very rarely invest undivided attention in others. It's so rare and so valuable. In fact, it's the thing we long for the most as people. If you want to build relationships, you got to invest time and connect with people. Now, you don't have to be writing letters all the time. Just sending somebody a message, a text message, a Facebook message that will take you 2 seconds to send can literally make their day because you took the time to do it. And I'll show you how to do that efficiently in a little bit. Okay, component number two. So the first one, remember, trust is everything. Number two, get your lists organized and prioritized. Get your lists organized and prioritized. Okay, you cannot be productive when you feel disorganized and scattered. True? You can't be. No more random pads of paper, notebooks, or complicated spreadsheets. If that's you, I'm here to tell you, we are going to free you from these chains. If you're the sticky note person, you've got sticky notes all over your office, we're going to get rid of those for you. We're going to get your lists organized in one list, one place, super mega organized, always with you, okay? Because it lives in the cloud, it'll always be in your phone. Yay. All right, so let's talk about this. You need one list with all your contacts, one place that you're working from. You need to have a system that leverages your time, helps you be really efficient when you work the list, okay? And you must use a CRM. That is a contact relationship management software. I'll share my favorite tool later. Spoiler alert, it's called Teamzy, okay? And it does all this. It helps you get one list with all your contacts organized, has a system to leverage your time, and it's all organized in a powerful CRM so you have everything at your fingertips, okay? We'll show you that in a little bit. Once you get your list organized, the next piece is getting your relationships prioritized. You cannot prioritize your time until you've prioritized your relationships. Okay, I'm going to say this again because this principle you need to write down. You cannot prioritize your time until you have prioritized your relationships. Think about this. The squeaky wheel gets the oil, right? Yeah, but in relationship marketing, you should spend more time with your best people. The squeaky wheel isn't always the best person, right? What happens if you don't prioritize relationships is the jerks get the time and the good people don't, right? So you need to prioritize your relationships. 80% of your results will come from 20% of the people you know. 80% of your results will come from 20% of the people you know, okay? That's why we should connect more often with the best people. You should connect more often with your best people. All right, I'm going to share my system. I have a very simple system for prioritizing relationships. Okay, you ready? It's just a 5-star system like you'd be used to do Netflix or Yelp or whatever. 5 stars. This is somebody most likely to become a customer or distributor, or they're an existing customer or distributor who's a rock star, or they're just your mom and your other favorite people in your life. 5-star people you connect with you connect every 30 days. Every 30 days you connect with them. And not to recruit or sell, just to connect, just to say, hey, okay? Just to connect, just to build the relationship. 4-star people, this is somebody likely to join you with a little bit of nurturing, an existing customer recruit who's a consistent performer, right? Or friends and family that maybe aren't your closest relationships, but they're close. 4-star people you're going to connect with every 60 days. So every 2 months, you're going to connect with them. You're just going to stay in touch, okay? 3-star people. Most of the people you know will fall into the 3-star category. 3-star people are somebody who they could go either way. They might join the team. They might become a customer. They might not. Who knows? You connect with them every 90 days. Okay? Every 90 days. So you've got these people in a cycle. So you're staying in touch systematically, not willy-nilly, but systematically. And then 2 stars are getting colder. They show up on your list every 120 days. Okay? There's somebody who may or may not, they're kind of cold. They might not even know you that well. Maybe you met them on social media, whatever. But they're colder, so they're showing up every 120 days, okay? Great. And then I've got the 1-star category. This is for people that you're like, I do not want to talk to this person. People always go, why do you keep them on the list? A lot of times you need to have somebody on your list so that you can contact them if you need to, but you're not actively marketing to them. Make sense? Okay. That's my 5-star system. Okay. You need an easy and reliable system to keep your list prioritized. Now, the cool thing is when I show you Teamzy does the 5-star system for you. It's all done for you. Okay. But whether or not you use Teamzy, you can apply all these principles yourself manually. Component number 3 to relationship marketing, start conversations daily. Do you remember that? Start conversations daily. Let's talk about this. First off, I want to reiterate this. Cold invites end conversations and often friendships. Not all the time, but most of the time. Cold invites. What's a cold invite? That's an out of the blue, hi Eric, we haven't talked since high school, but if I sent you a video of this amazing business opportunity, would you take a look at it and tell me what you think? And on the other end, you're waiting for the response. And it's taking me a while because I'm vomiting over that. Okay, I know it's kind of harsh, but the truth is this often ends conversations and friendships. Again, the 3 things wrong with the go for no approach is that it's self-centered. It's self-centered. You're coming after somebody for a sale. I know you're thinking, I'm going to help people this way, but that's not the way you're coming across. And it damages those personal relationships. It damages them. It damages your trust, right? And it gives this industry a bad reputation. It even makes it hard to build your team because people think, I don't want to do that. I don't want to join a business where I have to go do that to my relationships, right? Some of you are thinking that. Again, going over this slide from earlier. Versus relationship marketing. It's a totally different approach, right? So here's what I want you to do. When you're connecting with people daily, starting conversations, the first thing I want you to get is to get into the make someone's day mindset. Call it the make someone's day mindset. It's one of our hashtags at Teamzy. Hashtag make someone's day mindset. Your goal is just to make their day. Just to make their day. You're going to connect with somebody just to make their day. No ulterior motives. Just, hey, I was just thinking of you today and I wanted to say hello and I hope you're having an awesome day. That's it. Make someone's day mindset, okay? And then we're going to set a daily goal of making people's day. A daily goal for prospects, for customers, and for distributors, and hit it consistently. Okay, for example, here's an example. I'm going to connect with 10 prospects a day, 6 customers, and 4 distributors, and my goal is just to make their day. Okay? All right, makes sense? And don't get stuck in analysis paralysis. Don't sit there staring at your screen going, what do I say? Oh my gosh, what's the perfect message for this? I need to read their entire Facebook feed for 6 hours before I send them a message to make sure that it's appropriate. No, don't get stuck in analysis paralysis, okay? You just need to send something quick and fast that will make their day. Little tip here, use Facebook Messenger whenever possible. Has the best response rate. So whenever possible, use Facebook Messenger. If you can get people on Facebook as your Facebook friends, that's the best thing to do. Start with a simple message, just like this. Hi, Jake, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? I hope your day is awesome. By the way, this is an actual script that I have personally used thousands of times, and it works amazing. It starts conversations like none other. Start with a simple message. Do not overthink. Do not overthink. Okay? Again, just set that target and start conversations with people. A lot of times people are really focused on prospecting and they neglect their customers. I'm here to tell you guys that you need to be in touch with your customers just as much as your prospects, okay? And here's 3 reasons to stay in contact with your customers. 1, so they think of you as the expert. They need to know that you are the expert. When it comes to health and nutrition, you're the expert, okay? Number 2, they will buy more product and they will stay in recurring orders longer. This is a known fact. If you are in regular contact with your customers, they will buy more product and they will stay on their recurring orders longer. That's good for everybody, right? Number 3, they will bring new people to your business. They will bring new people to your business, okay? Like no others. I'll get into this in a second. We'll go deeper. We're almost there to part 5. So I want you to understand that connecting with customers and distributors on your team is equally as important as connecting with new prospects. Why is it so important to connect with distributors? Well, because people will work hard without getting too deep into the psychology of it. People on your team aren't working for money, they're working for relationship. Relationship is the primary motivator. They need to feel connected, they need to have a relationship, they need to be part of the community, part of the family, part of the team, and you do that by staying in contact with people, okay? Component number 4. So we start conversations daily with our prospects, our customers, and our team. Component number 4, invite when appropriate. Invite when appropriate. What do I mean by invite? I mean invite people to learn about the business opportunity, about the products, to an event. An invite is something that you could follow up on and will lead to a sale or recruit. Okay? Invite them to a 3-way call, invite them to a virtual event, invite them to whatever it is that you guys can invite people to share the opportunity with. Here's what we're going to do in the conversation. We've started conversations with people. Now we're going to ask questions. And in the process of talking to them, you want to identify wants and needs first, okay? That's your goal. You started a conversation with a make someone's day little icebreaker, and now you're gonna ask questions to identify wants and needs, right? Why is that? Why are we gonna identify wants and needs? Because our goal is to help them. We just wanna help them. And I want you to know, helping them may have nothing to do with your Juice Plus business. Not today anyways. It might have something else, might be something else. Maybe they just need someone to pray with them. Maybe they need a recommendation to a new family doctor. I don't know, okay? Listen to them, ask questions, find a way to help them. And then what we do is we invite them into a solution for their problems, okay? If their problem is solved with the Juice Plus opportunity or the Juice Plus products, great. Then we invite them into a solution. Hey, you should come check out this event we're doing. Hey, you should try this product. Right? We're going to invite them to something when it's appropriate. But maybe the problem is something else. Maybe you need to recommend a great book, something somebody you connect them with, find a solution for their problem. Make sense? Okay. So we're going to set a daily goal of invites. I like to set a minimum of 3. Okay, 3. So when you send an invite, then you're going to put that person on your follow-up list. Okay? So a follow-up is different than staying in touch. What I've been talking to you about before is staying in touch with people. Remember my system, 5 stars every 30 days, you're in touch. Every 60 days for 4 stars, you're in touch. That's just staying in touch. A follow-up is, now I've invited them to something that I need to follow up on. Now it's a business follow-up. Make sense? And now I need to be a professional. Okay. Those people who are not ready for an invite in that conversation, they're not ready or interested or in any way interested in getting an invite right now about your business, then you just continue to connect with them at a later date. They'll come back on your up next list, just connecting, just having conversations over time. And you'll continue to have conversations over time, deepening that relationship. And when it's appropriate, when they're interested in learning more, that's when you invite them. So you're going to be sifting through your relationships, finding people who are interested now, and the people who aren't, you're just going to continue working with, okay? Make sure that you're tracking this. You got to be tracking invites, and you have to be tracking follow-ups. I'll share my favorite system in a bit. Guess what? It's called Teamzy. Yes, it does all this for you. Okay, so here's an example of a typical day. Let's say you're going to connect with 10 prospects, 6 customers, and 4 team members. Just connecting to make their day. That's about 30 minutes of work, okay? If you're slow, I could probably do it in 15. But most of you, it'll probably take you about 30 minutes to start. And our goal is 3 invites. So out of the 20 connects that we've sent out, 3 of those conversations we're hoping will lead to an invite, okay? So those 3 are added to our follow-ups list. So by Friday, we started on Monday. By Friday, we've got 15 people on our follow-ups list who are good leads, who are interested in the business or products, okay? Those are the people we're following up with. And we're continuing to connect with our relationships, but now we've got these specific people we're following up with. Make sense? Okay, now that we're filling our follow-ups list, how do you follow up like a pro? Okay, this is important. She got her hand up. Here we go. You need to know the statistic. If you don't know it, write it down. 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up. Some of you guys just got a little bit of stomach acid in your mouth, right? How many of you are following up 10 times? I just want to know. Not very many. Not very many of you are following up 10 times. And I understand why you're not following up 10 times. You don't have Teamzy yet. How could you possibly be that organized? It'll be easy with Teamzy, but let me explain something else. The real reason why you're not following up is because you're worried about being annoying, right? Let's be honest. How many of you, raise your little hands in the webinar, how many of you are afraid of being annoying? And that's why you stop following up after 3 or 4. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I understand that. And I'm going to teach you in a second how to do it without being annoying. I promised at the very beginning I'd teach you how to do it without being annoying, and I'm going to teach that to you. But I want to give you a mindset shift right now. Do you believe in your product? Do you? Do you believe these products are transformative? Or are they just okay? Do you believe in the opportunity? Do you believe in the opportunity? I mean, it's kind of hard not to. I'm looking at Curt's face. It's kind of hard not to believe in the opportunity. There's living proof that it's awesome. But do you believe in it? And the third question I have is, are you truly here to help people? How many of you are here because you truly have a passion for helping others? Maybe you had a life-changing event yourself using these products, and you want to share it with others. That was me. Are you truly here to help people? Listen, if you answered yes to these 3 questions, I want you guys to understand something important. 80% of all sales happen between the 7th and 10th follow-up, which means if you're truly here to help people, you cannot help them until they have made their first purchase, right? And they won't do it until you followed up 7 to 10 times. So you actually cannot help people without following up more. This is a mindset shift. Instead of thinking of following up more as being annoying, you need to think of it as an act of love. Okay? Following up is an act of love. If you love people and want to help them, the only tool you have to help them is following up. Following up is an act of love. And when done right, people get that. They understand where your heart is, and they know that you have not given up on them. When you fail to follow up on somebody who is interested, you're communicating to them that you don't care about them. Think about it. Think about a time when somebody failed to follow up with you. What did you think? Guess they didn't care about me. Guess they didn't care about the sale. I guess they weren't into it, right? Is that the message you want to send? Because you're afraid you're coming across annoying? No, you're not coming across annoying. You're coming across as uncaring. It's worse. Shift your mindset. Following up is an act of love. Write that down. Put it somewhere you can see it every day. Following up is an act of love. Okay? Here's how to do it without being annoying. You ready? I'm going to teach you these 2 principles. If you follow these principles, you can follow up 10 times and people will thank you for it. The number 1, never ask them to do anything in your follow-up. Never ask them to do anything in your follow-up. Don't ask them to call you back. That's the worst one. Don't ask them to message you back. Don't even ask them to respond. Don't give them any work whatsoever in your follow-up, and you won't be annoying. Okay? Number 2, keep your follow-up short, sweet, and written so they can read it without opening the message. Okay, let me explain this. Keep your message short, sweet, and written so they can read it without opening the message. 2 best ways to send a follow-up: Facebook Messenger or text. Okay? Don't do a voice message. Do not do a voice message for a follow-up. It's fine to wish somebody happy birthday. It's fine to communicate with your team, but not on a business follow-up. No way. It's annoying. I'm just here to tell you, people are annoyed by that. They want to be able to see it without opening it. They're going to look at their screen. I know I'm tiny, but they're going to look at their screen, see the notification, and be able to read your message. That's all they have time for. They don't want to open your message because once they do, they feel obligated to respond, and now you're an obligation instead of something nice. Your message is going to be short and sweet. It's just going to be something they see. And you're guaranteed, if you do this, if you do it, never ask them to do anything, and you keep it short and message it written, they'll see it every time. They'll see it every time. And that's all you want them to do is see it. You just want their little brain to absorb your quick message of hope and enthusiasm. Okay? Got that? If you do this, people will thank you. And here's what I want you guys to understand. Most people won't even respond to the first 5 follow-ups. And the vast majority of people in our business give up after 3. Most people will not even, crickets. Have you ever wondered why someone's so excited and then when you start following up, they don't respond? This is the way all people are. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with how excited they are. It's just they're busy, okay? And the timing's wrong. Don't worry about it. You keep going. You stay present. They will thank you. After the 6th or 7th follow-up, you'll get that first response, and it will be a thank you so much. Thank you so much for staying in touch with me. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I haven't responded. Blah, 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 blah. When you give up on the 3rd or 4th one, they never get to that point, and they forget about you, or they just think you didn't care. Okay? So keep going. Keep them on your follow-up list until they convert or say no. Keep following up. You send the follow-up. Don't worry about the no response. You put it back on your follow-up list. You follow up a little bit later. Keep following up. Keep them on that list. Keep them on that list. Keep them on that list. I'm going to show you how easy it is to maintain that list in Teamzy. It's so super easy. But when you've invited somebody, they've shown some interest, and you've invited them to something legitimate about your business, you keep them on your follow-ups list forever until they convert or say no. Okay? You need to have a system that will make sure none of these follow-ups ever fall through the cracks. You got to have a system. No human being is good enough at this to not drop people. And I'm going to show you my favorite, which is Teamzy in a second. Okay, number 6. This is the last component. We're going to get into Teamzy. I'll show you how this all works quickly. It's so easy. You're going to love it. 6th component to working relationship marketing, creating introductions. Here's the thing. People think about getting referrals. A referral is nice. The problem with a referral is your friend tells your other friend your name and they forget it. You give your customers business cards and say, hey, give these to your friends, and they give them business cards. But when they need you, they don't have the business card. They don't remember your name. A referral is kind of like a prayer. You're just hoping. Well, I shouldn't say it's like a prayer, because prayers are answered a lot more than referrals are. But my point is this: instead of getting a referral, get introduced. And I'm going to show you how to do it. You need to get introduced. Don't tell your friends about me. Introduce your friends to me. Make sense? Okay. Remember, the 85% of new business comes from what? Customer word of mouth. 85% of your new business will come from your current customers. There's another way to look at this. Okay? 82% of Americans say they seek recommendations from friends or families when considering a purchase. What does that mean? That means that your friends and family of your customers have already talked to them about these products, and a lot of them are ready to buy already. Okay? So keep in mind, there are 2 groups who will introduce new customers to you. How many of you guys would like some new customers tonight? Here are the groups who will introduce new customers to you. Your advocates. These are the people who think what you're doing is awesome. Your supporters, they love what you're doing. And your current customers. Look, they may be, your current customers may be advocates, but you may have advocates who really aren't interested in these products, but they love that you're an expert on health and nutrition, and they will send other people your way. Okay? Your advocates and your current customers. Here's an example of how to plant a seed with everybody as you're talking to them. Could you do me a favor? if you come across anyone you care about that might need help with their health or nutrition, would you connect them with me so I can send them some information? Okay, could you do me a favor? If you come across anyone you care about that might need help with health or nutrition, could you connect them with me so I can send them some information? You start planting the seed. I'm the expert on health and nutrition. I help people with health and nutrition. I am the person who helps people with this. If somebody you care about needs this, I can help them. Make sense? Remember, don't get referred, get introduced. The hottest source of a new lead is your current customer. Think about it. A current customer is out there using products and loving them. They already trust you, and they're talking about these products to their friends and family already. Their friends and family already know all about it, and somebody they trust is already in love with them. Okay? So, your customers already have people who are ready to buy right now. You just need to get introduced to them. So remember, just get introduced to them. Here's an example. I know you've been really enjoying your, look, here's an example. I know you've really been enjoying your tower garden. Can you think of anyone you care about that might be interested in learning more about the tower garden? How simple is that? Do you think they haven't shown every single person they know how their new tower garden? Oh my gosh, it's amazing. You just ask them. Can you think of anyone who you care about that might be interested? They'll give you a couple names. Yeah, I was just talking to Bill the other day about it. He thinks it's pretty awesome. Great. Why don't you introduce me to Bill? Just on a group like text message or maybe a Facebook message. Introduce me to him and I'll get him some information on it. Okay? Rather than, we'll tell Bill to contact me. Yeah, right. No, introduce me to Bill. Hey, Bill, I want to introduce you to Eric. This is the guy I was talking to you about, the tower garden guy. I know you thought mine was pretty cool. I just thought I'd introduce you guys. Great, Bill. Would you want some more information on it? Okay? All right. Here's some action steps. Okay, and then I'm going to demonstrate this for you. 1, stay in consistent contact with your advocates and your customers and always plant seeds. Stay in consistent contact with your advocates and customers and always plant seeds. Some of your advocates you're going to have on your prospect list because they've never purchased anything from you, but you know who they are. You're 5-star people. Always plant seeds. Ask them to introduce you. Ask them to introduce you. Okay, ask them to introduce you. And then follow up like a pro, like I just taught you. Okay, follow up like a pro, like I just taught you when they've introduced you to people. Okay? Here's a little bit of a review on the relationship marketing system, and then we're going to demonstrate this for you. Leading with love. Okay, remember, you need to be organized and have an organized and prioritized list in a CRM. Teamzy is the CRM. I'll show you in a second. Set your daily targets for connecting with prospects, customers, and team members, building and deepening relationships as you go. Invite where appropriate. Follow up on invites like a pro. And get introductions, not referrals. You get all that? I am here to tell you guys, if you do this, if you follow these principles, you'll have a huge business. Not only will it be huge, it'll be so fulfilling and fun. And you won't have to start from scratch every year. You won't have to be beating the bushes for leads every year because you'll build on those relationships as you go, okay? And then you track it all so nobody falls through the cracks, okay? You need a system that tracks it all so nobody falls through the cracks. Here's your typical power hour again. Let's say you did 10 connects to prospects, 6 to customers, 4 to team members. That's 20 connects, 30 minutes. Your goal is 3 invites. 3 out of 20 conversations gets your invite, which means after you've done this for a few weeks, you might have 15 or 20 people on your follow-ups list. That's another 30 minutes. This is your power hour. You're connecting with new people, just staying in touch, and then you're doing your follow-ups on your invites. Make sense? Got that? I'm going to pause because I can feel you guys taking pictures of the screen all the way across the country. All right. So what does this mean for your team? The cool thing about when you build your business by relationship marketing is you lead with heart and your team will follow. Okay, lead with heart and your team will follow. How many of you would love to have a team of people all working this way? And you could feel good about the integrity of your downline and how they're approaching customers and recruits. Yeah. You'll attract trustworthy, caring people to your team when you work this way. Instead of just attracting people who are willing to do the hardcore go for no salesy stuff, you'll actually be bringing people in that would normally maybe not look at this opportunity, but they see how you lead your team and they want to be part of it. Never ask your team to do something you don't believe in yourself. All right? You won't have to do that stuff either, or ask them to do stuff you won't do. All right, let's jump out of here and do the live demo. Let me stop my share for a second. Okay, great. All right, so I've taught you guys the system, the principles. Now I'm going to show you how Teamzy does it for you. Here's the Teamzy dashboard. First off, I'll talk about this a little at the end, but if you're not already using Teamzy, just go to teamzy.com/JP, okay, to get your free trial started. Now, when you first come into your free trial, it'll take you into a setup wizard that helps you set this up. It makes it pretty easy. You can always get to the setup wizard here from settings. There it is right there, okay? And if you find you run into help, you need help in that process, go to the Help Center over here on the left where you'll find FAQs and videos on just about every question. Or you click this little help button right here, send a message to my team. They will help you out, okay? So don't get stuck in the setup. Now this account is already set up and ready to go. So I'm gonna show you now how you would just come in here and do a power hour, okay? So I've already got my lists imported. They're all organized in one place on my team page. Look at this, I've got my CRM. All my people are in here. They're already ranked. See the ranks on the side? Their star rankings are already there. They're already prioritized. Everything is ready to go. So I'm gonna do my power hour. Let's just pretend it's a Monday morning. I log in, great. And here are my goals. My goal is to connect with 10 prospects, 6 customers, 4 distributors, okay? I'm gonna start right here in my power hour. See where it says power hour right in the center? This is where I do my work. This tells me who's up next. I don't have to plan or think. How cool is this? I don't have to plan or think at all. I can just get started. The first person on my list is Curt. He's my first prospect. Now I'm gonna send him a message on Facebook to make his day. That's my goal, is just to make his day. I've got Facebook open right here in a separate tab so I can send him a Facebook message, okay? Great. Now a lot of you will get stuck trying to figure out what to send as a message. And that's why I put a scripts library in here of all the scripts that I've refined over the past 16 years that are great at starting conversations, great at asking, whatever the case may be, they're all in here. So you just go right here. See right here on this right-hand side is where we log our activity. The left side shows us our lists, prospects, customers, distributors, and our follow-ups list, okay? And the right-hand side is where we log the activity. Right here, I can click on scripts and just get a quick and easy script to start this conversation. I'm gonna use Facebook, okay? And I'll just use connect number 1, which is this one. Hi, Jane, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? I hope your day is awesome. Simple and easy, right? Let's copy it, click on copy script. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paste that into Teamzy so that I can edit it. Obviously his name is not Jane, so we're gonna change the name, okay? I'm crazy about emoticons because I want people to know I'm happy, so I'm gonna send him a happy face in there, boom. Okay, great. So now I've got this just the way I want it. And now I'm gonna actually copy it again so I can send it in Facebook. You actually have to send it in Facebook. Facebook doesn't let Teamzy send messages for it, which is fine. So we're gonna look him up right here. Only takes a second. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna send a message to Curt. See how easy this is? Send. So now I've sent that message to him. Now I'm gonna finish in Teamzy by logging it. That was a Facebook message. Click on the big blue log connect button. Boom. So Teamzy told me who to connect with, helped me with what to say, and then tracked it all at the same time. It's done, it's tracked. And you can see now that I've got another connect up on my dashboard finished. The next person on my list is Jay Lisa Swain. I'm gonna use the same message with Jay. It's already on my clipboard. I'm just gonna paste it in, change the name to Jay. Wait, get it spelled right. Okay. Ready to go? Hi, Jay, just stopping by to say hello. How are you? Hope your day is awesome. There's no reason to change the message. All I'm trying to do is get a smile and start a conversation. So I'm just gonna boom. Hey, look, Kurt's already responding to me. This stuff works. Let's look up Jay. Okay. See how easy this is? And I'm just gonna go down my list. My goal was 10. I might even just use that same script for all 10, just change the name. Make sure you always send the name though. Make sure you always personalize it with the name. Okay, so that Facebook knows you're not doing some sort of weird thing. Okay, great. So now let me log that one. That was another Facebook message, great. Jamie's next, right? So I'll message Jamie. And I'll just work down my list and keep going down my prospects list until I've hit my goal. My goal was 10. You see how that little blue bar is starting to go around the circle? When I hit 10, or whatever your goal is, that circle will be complete. You know that you're done with that list. I'll go to the next list, which is customers. Okay, first person on my list is Senna. Same thing, I'll go to scripts. I'm gonna use Facebook. And how about something like, boom, something simple. Hi, John, how are you enjoying the products? Please send me an update. Let me know how I can be of help. Great, Oh, I can just copy that. Boom, forgot there's an easy button there. So look, I'm gonna grab that script, change the name. How are you enjoying? Oops. Your Tower Garden. I'm a little obsessed with Tower Gardens right now, so it's all good, right? Pretty awesome. How are you enjoying Tower Garden? Please send me an update. Let me know if I can be of help. Great. Boom. Same thing. I'm going to copy that. I'll toggle over to Facebook, send the message, right? If I don't have her on Facebook, I'll text her, whatever. You have a whole bunch of choices of what you're going to send people messages on here. I like Facebook the best. I'm going to log it. Boom. Sorry for that, right in the microphone. And then you just keep going. Same thing. I'm going to go down my customer list, making people's day. There's another great script in here I love, which is just, hey, Marty, is there anything, just checking in to see if there's anything I can do to make your day today. There's a bunch of great scripts in here for customers. Teamzy knows you're on customers now. Great ones asking for recommendations. Congratulations on great results. Okay. Use those. Don't overthink. Just use those. They work awesome. Okay. Just personalize them a little bit. Don't overthink the personalizing and send it. A lot of people say, well, Eric, should I spend an hour reading somebody's Facebook profile before I message them? No, because half the people won't respond. Just telling you that right now. So why spend an hour researching them when they're not going to respond? Just send a quick, easy message. And then when people respond, then go look at their Facebook as you're having their conversation with them. Make sense? So I'm going to keep going down my customer list. Next person's Marty, I'm going to message him. Then Hurley, then Urbanus. I'm going to message people until I've hit my goal and turned this pink circle all the way pink. And then I'm going to toggle over to my distributors list and I'm going to start connecting with my distributors. Okay. So I'm going to connect with Ron, send him a message. Hey, Ron, how are you doing today? Guys, it's so important to connect with your distributors. So important. And I've talked to people in so many companies who, when their team leader gets to a level of success, they never hear from them anymore and they long for it. Team leaders who already think that it's beyond your ability, I want you to know Teamzy is going to help you. It is going to help you by putting just a few in front of you every day. You send them a little message, you make their day. Huge, huge for building community in your team. So when I'm done with my distributors, my goal was 4, boom. I'm done with my prospects, my customers, and my distributors. Now I'll go over to the 4th list in my power hour, which is my follow-ups. Okay. Now, again, I've got nobody on my follow-ups list. The follow-ups list is not automatic. You have to put people there. Remember in the training I told you, you invite people who are interested and then put them on your follow-ups list. Let me show you how this works. I messaged Curt. I messaged Curt a little while ago. Come on. Where is it? Here he is. I messaged Curt. Great. He responded. Great. Now we're going to start having a conversation. Yes, he responded. Now it's up to me to have a conversation. He had a great day. Hope you did as well. Great. So I'm going to tell him. I did have a great day, though I'm a little disappointed I had to spend $1,200 on my car today. Oh, what happened, right? So maybe we're going to have a conversation. That actually happened. That actually happened. I needed a new manifold intake for my car. Big deal. But that's I'm going to start having a conversation. Now we're going to talk about it. There was a time in my life where I would have been freaked out over spending $1,200 on my car. I feel incredibly blessed and thankful that I'm able to afford that now. I'm leading, talking. Well, what are you doing? Oh, I don't, it's been a while since we talked, Curt. I don't know if you know, I left my job 3 years ago. I have my own business now. Work from home. I get to be with my kids. It's been amazing. So this is just an example. We're having a conversation. The first step was to start the conversation. Now we're having a conversation. As I'm talking to him and listening to him and finding out what his needs are, how I can help him, and also telling him about what I'm doing and why I'm passionate about it, there may be an opportunity to invite him to something, right? And as I'm feeling that he's interested in what I'm doing, I'm going to say, Curt, are you interested? If you're interested in learning more about what I'm doing, my team has an event coming up tomorrow night. It's a Facebook Live event. It'd be a great opportunity for you to plug in and learn a little bit from the comfort of your home. Are you interested in joining that? I'll send you the link. He says, great, Eric, send me that. Great. So now I've uncovered some interest. I'm going to now invite him to something. Let me show you how to do it in Teamzy. Is this making sense, guys? So he's not on my dashboard anymore. So I'm going to look him up in this lookup bar right here. Bring me to his contact record. I'm going to open up the Connect box. And this time I'm going to click on invite. See right in the bottom left where it says invite? And let's say I'm inviting him to a business opportunity meeting, right? I send him a message and it's a Facebook Live event. I'm just going to put a little note there. Now I've invited him to something. Teamzy's put him on my follow-up list in 2 days. Okay. So when I log this in Teamzy, a couple things happen. One, I've got an invite logged. Yes. Right? My goal is 3. 3 out of 20 conversations I'm hoping will lead me there. So I've got the invite logged. Now when I go to my follow-ups list, check it out. Check it out. Curt's on my follow-ups list now. He's there. So I don't have to think about it anymore. I invited him. I don't have to think about it. He's on my follow-ups list. On Thursday, when I do my power hour, I'll connect with my prospects, whoever's up next, my customers, whoever's up next, my distributors, whoever's up next. And then I'll go work my follow-ups list. And in my follow-ups list, I'll find Curt. Now I need to follow up, right? This is a little different. I'm not just making his day. Now I'm actually keeping my promise to him, which is I'm going to invite you to this event and I'm going to check in to see if you have any questions afterwards. Okay. So now this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my scripts just like before, but I'm going to grab a follow-up script. Now here's what I want you guys to understand about this scripts library, because so many people get caught up in following up the annoying way. I put all 10 of my follow-up scripts in order, numbered for you in Teamzy. Honestly, all you have to do is use my scripts in order. Follow-up number 1. Hi, Jane, just checking in like I promised I would. What questions do you have for me? I'm gonna copy that one, okay? Do you guys see how easy this is? Oh my gosh, seriously, you don't even have to think. All you have to do is check into Teamzy every day and do this. Change the name. There it is, ready to go. Okay, so now he's attended our online event. Now I'm gonna find him again. I'm gonna message him, my follow-up. Okay, sent. Now I'm gonna log this in Teamzy. Look, this was a Facebook message. Now pay attention, this is important. Set your next follow-up. Remember I said always keep them on your follow-ups list. Keep them on there forever until they tell you to go away or they purchase. So I'm gonna follow them up, let's say in 2 more days, I'll follow up again. So now I've logged that. Now notice over here, I've got my follow-ups logged, see? I'm getting those tracked as I go too. He's back on my follow-ups list. Okay, in a couple days when he's due again, he's at the top of my list. I'm gonna come in here. I'll go quickly to my activity right here and see what my last message was. Okay, great, it was follow-up number 1. I'll go back over here to connect. I'm gonna click on scripts. I'm gonna grab follow-up number 2. Okay, just making sure you got my email or my message, checking to see if you have any questions. All right, a couple days after that, I'll send number 3. Hi, Curt, I'm excited about the goals we discussed. Can't wait to get started, right? When I hear crickets, I'll follow up in a couple days with this one. Hey, Curt, just staying in touch so I can help you achieve your goals. Okay, a couple days later, number 5. Hi, Curt, I hope you're doing well. I'm here when you're ready. Do you see how these are short, sweet? He's just gonna see him on his phone for a split second. For a split second, he's gonna see him on the phone. He's gonna remember how excited he was about the business opportunity, even though he's busy, even though the cat just threw up on the dog, whatever, and he can't respond right now, he's seeing them. And I'm getting in his head and I'm reminding him of my level of care and commitment and consistency, right? Follow-up number 6, this is kind of the one where magic happens. Hey, Curt, I know you're excited about getting started and I promise to be here to help you along the way. Do you have any questions for me? Okay, just keep following up, keep following up, keep following up, all right? So your power hour looks like this: prospects, customers, distributors, make their days. The people who respond, have conversations with. The people who don't respond, don't think about them at all. They're gonna come back on your Teamzy list automatically based on their star ranking down the road. The people who respond, have conversations with them. When you uncover some of those people who are interested in learning about the products of the business, invite them to something and follow up like a pro, okay? And I'm gonna keep following up with Curt over time. Some people will, a percentage of people will convert in the first 3 or 4 follow-ups, and then the vast majority will convert longer down the road. That's why you got to have a system like this, okay? Now, how do I move him over to my team when he converts? This is the last thing I'll show you, and then we'll do Q&A, open Q&A. You guys can ask me anything. What I'll do is, first of all, I'll look him up, let's say, to go to his thing, to his record. And this is contact record where it has all of his information, right? I can put everything in here, including the names of his pets, so I can keep track of all that. But let's say he goes ahead and he signs up, and I'm gonna click on sale now to log this. I'm just gonna put an application fee so I know that he joined my team, click save. Then you can put a tag in for what he purchased. Okay, so I can tag all of the products that he purchased so that I know. And then I'm gonna move his member type from prospect to distributor, personally sponsored, boom. Now he's on my team. I can keep the next follow-up, I can change it, or I can take him off my follow-ups list and just connect with him now. Now that he's on my distributor list, he's going to come up automatically to stay in touch under distributors. Pretty cool, right? That is how you do it, you guys. That is how you apply the system that I taught you tonight in Teamzy. Most of it is done just automatically for you, which is pretty cool. Okay, so real quick, I got a couple more slides, and then we'll get your questions ready because I'm gonna do live Q&A with you. Let me just find my presentation again, real quick. So just really quick, the past hour, I think that's how long I've been talking to you guys. Would you agree this has been time well spent? I hope that you got a ton of value from this presentation. As you can imagine, I couldn't cover everything you need in a 1-hour webinar, not even if we had all day. So I want you guys to plug in to the training programs in Teamzy for sure. Here's a great testimonial from my friend Suzanne. She says, Eric Johnson, you and your company are spot on. I cannot thank you enough. 3 years, a 6-figure earner, and a team of over 3,000 now, and still was struggling with crazy written lists, a tried and failed index card system, and no Excel skills. Seriously, Teamzy has been the answer I've needed. Hallelujah. I could sing your praises all day. Our personal business is our #1 priority, and you have helped me to finally have a productive power hour. Thank you. I know some of you guys can relate to that, right? With the written lists and index cards and all that crazy stuff. So you've got a couple options. You could continue to follow, if you've been trying that, the old school approach, cold inviting, going for no, getting rejected, damaging relationships, and burnout. Or you can apply what I taught you today and go it alone, which is what I did. Spend hundreds of hours trying to create your own systems to apply these principles, right? Or just leverage the system that's here. It's ready-made. The tools are here now. You can just plug into Teamzy and use it, okay? So let me just explain to you a little bit about what you get when you do your Teamzy subscription. You get your CRM plus Power Hour built in, okay, which I showed you. You can find every contact, customer, and conversation in there. You can crush your Power Hour every day without thinking or planning. You'll be able to view and track all your leads and get your team motivated. We actually didn't cover that much, but I know Curt said he had a couple questions on that, so we'll talk about that. And you also can see and track your own performance in there as you go. Pretty cool. Also the scripts library, which I demonstrated a little bit tonight. This is designed for Facebook Messenger, text, or any touch point, okay? It's a collection of conversation starters for staying in touch, follow-ups, and reconnecting. It's all there for you, right? You create and save them for later. You can create your own. You can create your own scripts, by the way, which is super cool, and put them in there. Okay, that's a $100 value. We're gonna sell that as an upgrade for $100. Also, I want you guys to understand that when you get your Teamzy subscription, you get the Ultimate Mindset Training Series as part of it for free, okay? This will help you connect, serve, and help people to build trust and deepen relationships. Okay, we're gonna teach you more about relationship marketing in these trainings. We're gonna give you the strategy to uncover your why so you can stay consistent. And we're gonna help you set a game plan for success with big and smart goals. If you've struggled with setting goals, the training and the Ultimate Mindset will help you set your goals for your business, okay? And that's a $300 value, $297. So what you get is you get the Teamzy CRM and Power Hour, which is a $360 a year value. The Ultimate Mindset course is $297 value. Scripts library, $100 value. Total value $757, and you get to get started right now for free. How cool is that? You go get your 30-day free trial at teamzy.com/JP. 30-day free trial. I want you guys to understand you don't have to give us your credit card or anything weird. Just go use it for free. You even get access to the Ultimate Mindset courses during your free trial. So go do it. Okay. And my last slide, and then we're going to do Q&A, is this. Match made in heaven. We are so proud to be endorsed by the Juice Plus company. It is an incredible honor. And because of that endorsement, they've negotiated for you. They've sponsored this for you. A discount, more than a third off. Okay. You're going to be able to get Teamzy after your free trial for $19.95 a month. We do not discount Teamzy. It's $29.99 a month for everybody that uses our system, except for you guys, okay? So it's pretty cool. That is like 80, what is it? Less than 80 cents a day to have Teamzy organize your business for you and have you leverage your time. Okay. The hard part of being a teacher is I can only give you the tools, but if you follow the steps and do the activities that I showed you tonight, the results will follow. Okay. Q&A, I see there's one already in there. So put the questions in the Q&A and I'll be happy to answer them as we go. Did you have something you wanted to ask, Curt? No? Okay, great. Let's see. Latasha asks me, can you please go over again how I can follow up without being annoying? Okay, great. It's a good question. It's important, right? Right, Latasha? 2 principles. The first piece that I want you guys to get, because I know I covered so much tonight. It's like taking a sip of water from a fire hose, right? But understand first and foremost that following up is an act of love. If you want to help people, you have to follow up. That is the first thing to remember, is that you love people and you help people by following up. The second thing is, the 2 principles for not being annoying, Latasha, is this. The first one is, don't ask them to do anything in the follow-up. Don't even ask them to call you back or to message you back. Don't even ask them to do that. Don't give them any homework. All you want to do is remind them of your presence, okay? The second principle for never being annoying is you keep your follow-up short and sweet in a written format like text or Facebook Messenger so they can read it quickly on their phone without opening it, right? Because they don't want to open it because they don't want to admit they've seen it yet. Your goal is to make sure it's seen and that you're present for them, okay? And when you do that, it won't be annoying and you'll get the result you want. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's see here. Oh, they're popping in fast now. I can't even keep up with them. To click done on it. All right, next one. Nicole says, is there a way to customize your dailies? Yeah, Nicole, there actually is. Let me show you really quick. Where's Teamzy? Too many things open. Here we go. Okay, so when you want to customize your dailies, what you do is you're going to go up to settings, okay? And click on customizations right there, okay? And so you can add a custom daily. So let's say one of your dailies is your devotional. Okay, check this out. So now you've got a new daily to check off every day, your devotional. Now these 4 dailies you can't get rid of. Don't ask me, can I get rid of exercise, Eric? No, I'm not gonna let you get rid of exercise. Here's what you need to understand. Statistically successful people exercise. I want you to be successful, so it's there every day to check off and annoy you until you do it. Okay, stop the share. What's the next question? Can I do Teams on my iPad? Absolutely. Teamzy is web-based. So what you do on your iPad, you go to Safari. This is the same for your phones, guys. Type in app.teamzy.com. app.teamzy.com. And then just bookmark it. So it's always there. You can jump into it on your iPad, your phone. Android's the same thing. You go into Google Chrome, app.teamzy.com. Okay. Roberta says, it's time to follow up after 5 days. Do I see the last thing I messaged them? I forget easily. Yes, Roberta. One of your tabs is called activity. This is your activity history. Okay, you just click on that and you can see your last messages to them and you can just toggle back to send the new message, okay? Judy says, when not on Messenger Facebook, I have been inviting and sending the message. Would you, wait. When not on Messenger, I have been inviting and sending the message. Would you do that? I'm not really sure what you're asking me, Judy. Judy, come back again. Clarify that question for me a little bit and I'll hit it again when I come back to it. Angie, after downloading contacts, how do I get rid of duplicates? Okay, so great question. First of all, 98% of your or more of your duplicates will be filtered by Teamzy. However, you may get Teamzy looks at their name and their email address, but you may have people who use a different name, like they've got their maiden name on Facebook and their other name in JP, right? So you may get duplicates. Here's how you do it, Angie. It was Angie, right? Joan, sorry, Joan. My list keeps scrolling before I can see it. Let's go back to Teamzy. Here we go. So here's how you get rid of duplicates. Go to your team page. Right here, there's a little menu. See this little menu next to import? Click on that and click on merge contacts. Okay. So what you do is you put one contact in, you search for the duplicate, and then you can merge them. And then it will ask you which data points you want to keep and which you want to throw away. Okay. Pretty cool, right? I know. Nicole is asking them what questions do you have for me homework. Okay. I know, no, I don't think so, because what you're doing is you're fulfilling your promise, Nicole. You told them, hey, I'm going to check in and see if you have any questions. In fact, if you didn't do that, you should do that whenever you do an invite. Great, come to this event, or great, I'll check in afterwards and see if you have any questions. Now you're just keeping your promise. Okay. All right. When not on, oh wait, here we go. If you're already a member, did a free trial, how do you get a discount? If you just log into your old account. You'll see that you have automatically been set up with the Juice Plus discount. If you were using a Juice Plus version of Teamzy, okay? If you were using a different version of Teamzy, then you won't see the Juice Plus discount. All you need to do is send an email to support@teamzy.com, and we can switch you to the Juice Plus platform, and then you'll automatically have that discount on there. Okay. Pat, can you interface with our virtual office to download our customer list? Can Teamzy interface? Sorry. Teamzy, not yet. Hopefully that will happen over time as we get closer in our relationship with Juice Plus. However, we do have instructions, Pat, that will help you download those from your virtual office and get them into Teamzy. Okay, it's not that hard. And if you struggle with that, again, like I said before, just ask for our help and we will be happy to answer you that. Here's the thing I want you guys to understand. Thousands of Juice Plus distributors are already using Teamzy, so everything that they've done, you can do too. Okay. Sean, I bought the awesome Teamzy product before Juice Plus and Teamzy teamed up. How do I get the ultimate mindset training? Sean, it's in there now. Here's how you get to it. Let me show you. You go to Teamzy University. See Teamzy University right on the left side. And here's the ultimate mindset right here. Here's your goals training. Now this has 3 parts, by the way, 1, 2, and 3. So make sure you get all 3 parts of the goals training. Close those. Your why training, your relationship marketing training. Okay, those are in there for you guys right now. And the goals training, which this is something I really like about this. We teach you how to do BHAG goals. That's your big, hairy, audacious goals. We teach you how to do SMART goals. And we also teach you how to do your daily goal, like how to break down the huge goal that you want. Like let's say you want to be a billionaire to what you need to do daily. It's all important. You got to dream big and you have to have a daily game plan. Michaela, hello, thank you so much for the training. I connected with all of my customers over Thanksgiving to wish them well and now have no customers in my next up list. Is there a way to access all customers or get them back in the hopper so I can be connecting next month for Christmas? Michaela, just go to your team page and click on customers. You have your full customer list there so you can connect again. Also keep in mind they'll come up more often if they're ranked higher. 5 stars will come up every month, for example. Okay. Anna, what about following up with a current customer who is on the product to create loyalty? Do we continue sending info videos to continue their product knowledge? Yeah, that's a great idea. Here's the thing. Anything you can do to help somebody and invest in them is appropriate. Does that make sense? Okay. Kaya, how do I move someone to my customer or team? So what you do, Kaya, is you look up their record and you just click under member type. Let me show you real quick. So if you're on the dashboard, let's say, if I'm on the dashboard, let's say Jamie is a distributor, right? I can do it on the dashboard by clicking on details and see it says member type. I just click right there, boom, and she moves to distributor. Now, if I go to somebody's record, I can go to somebody's record either by clicking on their name here or looking them up in the lookup bar. Here, I can do it here. See where it says member type? Just click on it right there. Okay. That's all. You just click on it. Okay. This is fun. You guys are giving me easy ones to answer. I love it. Sean says, do not give up on getting your Facebook contacts downloaded. Mine came in today since the 6th. Oh my gosh. So Facebook has been a little bit slow with some people. Typically you should get it within minutes, but some people have taken a long time. So thank you, Sean, for hanging in there. It's worth it. It's worth having it in one place. And again, we don't have control over what Facebook does, but that's the deal. Oh my gosh, so awesome. Thank you. You're welcome, Nicole. Judy says, where do we go to see all the prospects? I added and have not seen them. Okay, so Judy, your prospects will be in 2 places. On your dashboard, they'll be right here on the up next list. And on your team page, you can click on prospects and you'll see them all there. Now, if you've uploaded contacts and these lists are empty, it is possible that you uploaded them to the wrong list, in which case, hit this help button right here, send us a message, and my team will help you with it, okay? How do you get your current JP sidelines out of your list after downloading your contacts? Okay, so you just click on the delete button. See right here, this little trash can? That's all. If you're on the dashboard, you can delete people. from this little drop down where it says delete. Okay. Now, do you want to delete all your sideline people? Probably not. Any sideline person that you'd like to have a relationship with, you should leave in Teamzy, because those relationships help, right? It's not all about who's going to result in a sale. There's a lot of relationships you want to maintain. People are either mentors, they're support, they're friends. You still want to keep them in there. Okay. Kay says, is there a time of day that's been shown to be most effective for a power hour? It's a good question. Also, is there a way to schedule communications? For instance, if the time I have for my power hour is early in the morning, but don't want to message people at that time, can I schedule the messages to be sent later? Okay, 2 questions. The first is, I don't know when is the most effective time, but I will tell you this, doing it every day is effective. I personally did mine way early in the morning. I get up super early in the morning, and I would do mine before the sun came up. And most people wouldn't get those messages till later, which is fine. And then I would set aside some time later in the day where I would answer messages. So I would have myself kind of like a second power hour where I would be answering messages. So I wasn't having to do it all day long. That was just the way I did it. However, some days I had a busy morning, and so I would do my power hour when I could. Okay. So my answer to that is whenever works for you is what's going to work, because as long as you're doing it, you're going to get the results. Next question, could you schedule the messages? I think that's an additional work that's not necessary. Again, people get a message when they can't respond to it. They just ignore it till later, which is fine. Okay. So just message whenever you can. That's what I would say to that. Okay, next. Patricia, I just moved and want to create great new relationships. How do I get contact info without feeling like I'm stalking? Also, I have friends who often don't see messages because they share email and Facebook with their families and don't have smartphones. Okay. So if you're meeting people in person, well, first of all, the easiest way to get people's contact information without being too intrusive is to friend them on Facebook. If they're on Facebook, you can message them, you can video them, you can do everything without having to even know their phone number, right? So that's the best thing to do. And if you're meeting people in person, what I would do is just say, as you're talking to somebody, say, hey, Patricia, are you on Facebook? If you say yes, I'll say, well, let's connect there so we can stay in touch. Okay. So what I will often do if they say yes is I'll say, let me see, open your Facebook on your phone. If they have a smartphone, Patricia, most people, I know you said you have some friends that don't, most people do. Pull up Facebook on your smartphone and I will I'll send myself a friend request from your account. Okay. That works all the time. So okay, great. So then they open it up, you find yourself, send yourself a friend request from their phone. That way you know you've got it sent from them. Perfect. Okay. I've got friends who often don't see messages because they share email and Facebook with their families and don't have smartphones. So you just do the best you can, right? Send them a Facebook message, send them a text message. You don't worry about those few people who get the message 3 weeks later. Fine, talk to them then. Okay, don't spend too much time thinking about this stuff. Just keep connecting with people. Make sense? Okay. If they prefer getting a phone call, if you're a good relationship with them, then call them on the phone if you want. Now, I personally don't like calling people on the phone because most people are really annoyed when their phone rings unexpected. So it just depends on your relationship. Michaela says, is there a way to see more than the day before in the team report? Oh yeah, you can do any time period you want on the team report, okay? So you can go today, this week, this month, last year, this year, or custom. You can set any dates you want. Okay? So there's the answer to that. How have you used it in the past for team contests? People do contests like crazy on the team report. I know a friend of mine, Emily, who's a top leader in Rodan and Fields, did a huge contest last year. And everybody who hit their goals consistently for 30 days in Teamzy during the free trial, like every single day, perfect 100%, she bought them a year subscription to Teamzy. Pretty cool, right? Which was very generous. I'm not saying you have to do that, but she did that. And she bought 9 subscriptions to Teamzy. Now, keep in mind, she's not Juice Plus, so it was $300 per person times 9 that she invested. But look at this. She had 9 leaders, 100%, connect with hundreds of people in a month. How much do you think that did for her team volume? So cool. But you can do whatever you want. You know, you can do whatever you want in there as far as accountability goes, set goals. It tracks your connects, your follow-ups, your invites, right? Your dailies and your ads. So you can use those statistics on the team report. For those of you who don't know how this works, basically you go into your team report and you can invite people by clicking this little plus button. You put an email for someone on your team in there and it invites them to share their statistics on your team report, right? It's pretty cool. Now, one thing I do, Michaela, is in my boot camps, for example, I use the team report on my boot camps as a celebration of the leaders every week. And I'll go in and do a leaderboard based on the team report every week of, instead of the leaderboard on who closed sales or who made commissions or who ranked up, the leaderboard is on who's actually working their business. Make sense? Okay. It's also great to pull up live on a team call, just to randomly pull it up live so people know you're holding them accountable. Who of your contacts would be considered add-ons? Okay, so an ad, Denise, an ad is when you add somebody new to your list. So let's say I just met you, Denise. We just became Facebook friends. I just met you. Now I'm going to put you in Teamzy. This is a new ad. This is adding somebody new to my list. Okay. See how easy it was to add somebody? I just clicked that add contact button at the top. I added you to my list. That's what I mean by ads. Okay. Wow, you guys have a lot of questions. Good. Judy, inviting them to Messenger. That was the clarification earlier, inviting them to Messenger. So if they're not in Messenger, you mean? If they're in Facebook, even if they're not on Messenger, they'll still get messages, Facebook messages. Even if they're not on Messenger, they'll still get notification that they got a message. I don't know if I'm answering you, but I hope I am. Jenny says, I have a message that pops up when I open Teamzy that says, it looks like I haven't imported any contacts. But I have imported my contacts and used them. Did I do something wrong? It may be that, Jenny, maybe you didn't do a full like bulk import of a file, but you should be able to just dismiss that, okay? See, look, I've got one here that says you haven't done your Ys. On this account, I haven't done it. I didn't demonstrate. You can just dismiss them, okay. Linda says, I seem to have to go to my phone to send a text message. Yes, you do need to send a text message from your phone. Correct. You log it in Teamzy, but you can also be using Teamzy on your phone. So if you're texting people, just use Teamzy on your phone, copy and paste it, send the text, log it. Now, I use a Mac, so I can send text from my Mac if I'm at my computer, right? Because I have the Messages app. And also, if you use Android on your computer, you can use the Google Messages app to send text messages through your computer too. So there are ways to do it. Okay. Mary says, if your husband-wife team can both use one account, or do you both have to have it? I think one account works great, honestly. One account will work, especially if you work the business together. There's a lot of people that you want to message as a couple, because sometimes you don't want to give the wrong idea that you're flirting with somebody, right? So sometimes it's fun to message as a couple, like, hey, Lisa and I were thinking about you today, thought we'd say hi. One of you might send a message like that where you mention your spouse in the message. And it just helps, it's easier that way. Now, what you want to do is, if you have, let's say your husband, Mary, has distinct contacts that only he would talk to, when you import his list, you can just put a tag that this is, you tag it with hubby or your husband's name or his initials, so that when they come up, you can see quickly, oh, that's one of his or whatever. And he can also pull the tag list separately. Just a little way that you can kind of work the list as a couple. But I don't think you need two accounts as a husband and wife team. Make sense? Okay, we already answered that one. Thank you so much, Eric, for all the awesome information, says Sean. You're welcome. My pleasure. I'm glad you're still here with me after all this time. Judy says, if we have reps that do not follow up with their customers, can I put them on my customer lists? What is your opinion? Okay, well, that's kind of a tricky subject. And I would have to say that depends on the case-by-case situation, right? And what I would do is ask them, would you like me to stay in touch with this person? I know you're busy with your career. This is not really your focus. Would you like me to stay in touch with that person for you? Okay. I know in my business, I often had people who were really just, they liked the discount and they occasionally had a customer. They weren't really building the business at all. And they would bring people in who wanted to build a business, and I would mentor them, even though they weren't going to be directly, first line to me, because they needed a leader. I mean, that's part of what you're going to do, is you're going to be looking for people to mentor. But so I guess I would just say you can do that, Nicole, with care. Okay. Or actually, Nicole has this question. Sorry. How do you prevent from messaging other people in Juice Plus world? Can you put them in a separate category? Yeah, I mean, I would hope that you know who you're messaging. You're not just messaging random people, right? If you come up on somebody who's a Juice Plus person, try to clean your list up, make sure they're people you know. If you accidentally message a Juice Plus person, then you'll have a laugh about it and talk about how awesome Juice Plus is. Tammy Carithers. Hi, Tammy. How are you? Can you re-download your contacts every so often? It won't duplicate the ones already in there. Correct. You are correct. So let's say you've been doing this for a few months, like Tammy has, and you want to download your back office lists again. It will only bring in the new people. It will not duplicate the ones you already have. Same goes for any list, Facebook friends, whatever. Okay. Susie says, where do you tag? Okay, let me show you this. This might be the last one. Let's see here. Where'd it go? There it is. Okay, so I'm right now on Denise's contact record on the team page. I can add tags right here where it says create or filter tags. So I could put in, let's say she bought a tower garden, I could put that in. Let's say she's a veteran, I can tag her with that, so that I make sure to send her a card on Veterans Day. Let's say she is local to my town.
Eric, your screen is frozen.
My screen's frozen?
It's on the Chrome Web Store.
Oh, bummer. Let me try this again. We had some downed trees in the neighborhood, and so we've had some Wi-Fi issues. How about now? Do you see it now?
No, you're still on the A to Z manuals in the Chrome Web Store.
A to Z manuals? I don't even have that up on my screen. That's weird. Okay, but you see me now, right?
Yes.
All right. Okay, so to answer that question, Nicole, right underneath their name, you'll see tags. You can just type any tag you want. Okay. I have random people I've requested over the last few years, so I don't know them all. So I shouldn't message them all. I would message them. Yeah. Do you think a ton of them are Juice Plus people? Was it you that asked me that question? I would message them. I wouldn't worry about it, especially if you don't know them. I mean, don't think about them too much. Just send the message. However, as we mentioned today, you should start with your best people. So make sure you prioritize your list. Those people on your list that you barely know should be the last ones you message. You need to message all the people you know first. Jan says, can I see my whole follow-up list, not just 5 at a time? Yeah, Jan, you absolutely can. On the team page, you go to team and then click upcoming follow-ups. You can see the whole list. Okay? All right. How was that? How'd we do?
You did awesome. I can't believe you endured that long, and we kept most of the group the whole time. That training was amazing. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
I'm going to turn our recording off here. Just stop that.
I've done so many